everybody, I'm here at the Antigua Yacht Show. This is the second day at the moment, and I am on board the sailing yacht Afaet. Is it correct?
Correct, that's very correct.
And I'm here with the captain, Mr. Barry, that now we'll ask him some question about the show and what is going on. Hi Barry, thank you for inviting us on the boat.
Hi there, good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming on board.
So Barry, this is your first show in Antigua?
No, I believe it's my 5th or 6th show, I believe. Possibly more. my first show on sailing yacht Afaet, that's for sure.
And you arrived from Spain, right? Because
Well, we did arrive from Spain. We started in Greece. We picked up this boat in Greece, stopped in Mallorca, which is our home port, like a lot of other people, where we like a lot. Picked up some more supplies, and then we headed over with a very quick fuel stop in Tenerife, and then straight to Antigua, the best island in the Caribbean.
So how do you see the show this time?
For me this year, after doing a lot before, I think there's a lot of brokers, and it seems maybe the brokers are a lot younger than I remember, or maybe I'm getting older actually, so it's very hard to say. But no, so far it's a good show, and everyone's looking forward to the season ahead.
So the boat now is for charter here, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've arrived. We have a Christmas charter booked already, and then we are aiming to get some more charters. We're going to be based around Antigua, so that's why we're here. We've already had a very positive first day with some very good inquiries, which we're all hoping are going to make some very good charters.
Did you have many visitors today and the next days?
We've had a lot of visitors today. A lot of brokers have been on board. We had a very, very good broker lunch today, which everybody really enjoyed the food. So we're hoping to repeat that tomorrow, and that's going to put us hopefully in the broker's mind, so they're going to think of us for arranging some really good Caribbean charters.
This is the first show for the boat this year, or you already had other show during the year?
So this boat, they done a show in Greece, and I know the boat done very well, and they had really superb feedback for the Greek crew who take care of this boat in the summer. We're just looking after their boat in the winters in the Caribbean for them. So not that we're competitive, but we're just trying to get some feedback maybe a little bit better than those guys. So it's the first time this boat's been in. This is a 30-year-old boat which has had an amazing refit, so it hasn't been to the Caribbean for a long time. So it's important that we bring the boat here, we show the brokers how the owner's really taken care of his boat, how he's really made it look, modernized it. And so yeah, we're hoping to get some fantastic feedback, make a good Caribbean season, and maybe get a little bit better feedback than the Greek crew, but we'll see how that goes.
An ideal itinerary that you would like to do with this boat in the Caribbean?
For how long? For
1 week, for example.
For 1 week. Well, this is really being put on the spot, but you know, for me, because we're talking about Antigua, it's always nice. We can start a trip in Antigua. We can have the boat ready here in Antigua. Guests arrive from the airport. The boat's an Antigua Yacht Club, which is probably the nicest marina in Falmouth Harbour. The guests can board there. We leave, and we just move to the anchorage. We get everyone on board. They spend the night on board. The next day, we can head up to Green Island, which for me personally is one of the best places in the Caribbean, being a very passionate kite surfer. We go in there, we drop the anchor behind the coral reef where it's very protected. The guests can go kite surfing, which I encourage them to do, because maybe I get to go kite surfing, but it's fantastic for all the water sports you can think of. We'll spend a day, even 2 days there. We can leave from there, and then it's a lovely sail, about 36-40 miles if I remember rightly. We go to Barbuda, go and anchor there. You know, it's very famous because the beaches are pink. That's to do with the red fire coral getting broken down in the sand, and then that's when you really experience sort of paradise because it's very quiet. So from there, then we can then sail back, come to 5 islands, anchor near Jolly Harbour. For the party people on board, we can drop them to Jolly Harbour. They've got the bars, restaurants, places like that they'd like to experience. And then from there, we would probably we'd head down around the island again, anchoring Carlisle Bay. So on day 4 or 5, and then spend the night in Carlisle Bay, and then we come round, and then we're heading towards Sunday, and we'd actually come into, spend one night on the dock if that's what the guests like. Come into Nelson's dockyard, tie up the boat. They can go to Shirley Heights and have one of the best parties on the island. And then maybe the guests aren't always feeling quite so well the next day, so we'd probably even spend a whole day in the marina, and that's when they can go and enjoy the island in a taxi, see the rainforest, and do some of the more inland attractions. And then from there, I'm not sure. That's a very spontaneous Antiguan itinerary.
It's okay. Do you think it makes sense to go and visit the island here in front? What the name? Help me. The volcano island. Montserrat.
Yeah, exactly. I think actually that's a great day trip. I don't think it makes so much sense to stop there, but it's a fantastic day trip to go out, go for a sail, because there's a nice sail in and a nice sail out with the wind, and we can head up to Montserrat, and you can view the volcano. You can get close to the exclusion zone where no one's allowed to go, but we can get close to it, you can see it, and then it's a fantastic sail back into the harbour again to come back to Falmouth Harbour or English Harbour. So always a plus. And if you have really lazy guests, it's also a really nice helicopter ride.
Thank you very much, Barry, for your time and your attention.
No problem.
We make some video of the boat now, so people can see also the boat, what we are talking about.
Thank you for coming on board, Francesco.
Oh, thanks to you. Last thing. I know you already have on board, but one of our book.
Oh, there we go.
This is the 5th edition, if I'm not wrong. This year there is not Antigua on the book, but there is Bahamas, Lanzarote, the Balearics as usual. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Thank you, Ben. Here we go.
So right now actually we're in the saloon, which is very cool because we've got some very good air conditioning. So we're actually set up here to have a meal for 8 people. Normally for Afaet Life we'd be at anchor with a nice breeze, so we'd actually do the meals on deck, where you can really enjoy the experience of being next to the ocean. But for being in the marina, this is a better option. So if we come aft, we've got two guest cabins here. This is a very large double bed, lots of space. This is another guest cabin. You can see this is a twin with 2 single beds, again very spacious. And this boat had a huge refit in 2019, which apart from replacing the decks, all of the navigation equipment, new main engine, new generators, actually had a full interior refit as well. So as you can see, everything's in bright modern colours and very fresh. We have the master cabin back here. Again, very spacious cabin with a large double bed, large television. And then we have another guest cabin here. This is actually a Pullman bunk which can come down, so you can actually have 3 people in here. This is really suitable for a family with a child. They can put in there.
So ladies and gentlemen, this was our 2nd day at the Antigua Yacht Show. Now it's important to get ready for the night, because tonight we have a party, the cocktail attire. It starts at 7:30 afternoon, so we must be ready for that. As you can see, this is the show for. It's a very nice and quiet show. There are many boats. There is a very nice atmosphere, and of course we have to socialize. This is the perfect show for socializing. I hope you enjoy, and thank you very much. See you tomorrow.